What's up, YouTube? It's DFishFan here with a duel video, part of the V series. And for today, it's going to be my Necroswarm deck. Now, this idea is not mine by any means. I found it on the TCG player. The idea itself, I don't remember if I did any tweaks to the exact deck list that I found, but nonetheless, I've been testing it quite frequently out of all my decks. This one and the Triple S have been the ones I played the most because I feel that they probably have the most potential out of the decks that I've been, testing with. And this one is really, really nice. Now, it could be that because I'm biased a little bit and I want to play something with GKs, but this is one I've heard about the idea in the past before. I've never seen it come to fruition, I guess you could say, because I've never seen it work effectively. But this deck list right here, I feel is a little something special. So let's go ahead and start it off. I open with the Rabbit, which is very nice, obviously. So I'm able to start with Ophion. I detach for Pandemic, go Allure, go Allure, because I drew the Heliotrope with Allure, so that's even better. And I end up with Warning, Bottomless, and Pandemic. So right now I'm able to deal with any summons pretty much, and then any spell or traps that would destroy my Ophion. So right now I'm set up, and this is not an uncommon start. If this deck goes first, this is usually a setup that you're going to get. You may not always have 4 back row. You may have like Ophion and 2 back row, or Ophion 2 back row Necro Valley, something like that. But nonetheless, you usually always start very strong with this deck. So let's go ahead and play it out. I'm going against a Burning Abyss player. So I warned the tour guide from the start because I didn't know what exactly he was playing. He ends up going Foolish for the Skarm and then 1 back row. So I draw into the Thunder King, which put him in a bad predicament because he was either not going to search out for the Thunder King, or well, actually I would have to get over it. I just realized that I wouldn't have been able to get over his monster. But I mean, nonetheless, he doesn't want Thunder King on the field because he's not going to be able to activate this ability. So he Phoenix Wing Blast the Thunder King because that would be better for him in the long run. And then he was like, well, I'll have to find another way to get over the Ophion. So I still have the Bottomless. So I go ahead and run over the monster. He searches out Tour Guide. That's fine. So he goes Tour Guide as expected, brings out Skarm, and then goes for Mech-Quipped, which I thought was a good choice. I don't know if he read the Bottomless, but he definitely went this one, I guess, for more protection with the compulsion in the back row. I actually drew the Thunder King. I'm pretty sacky. So he's back in the same predicament, except this time he had to compulse the Thunder King. So by compulsing the Thunder King, he knows that I'm still gonna have it. So I run over it with Ophion. He's able to search. The reason why I still attacked is because I wanted him to run out of materials with this as quick as possible so I can get past it. So he ends up going Tour Guide once again, going for Giga Brilliant and buffing up his monsters. But I knew that no matter how much he buffed them up with Giga, these monsters weren't going to be able to climb Ophion. So I set the Spy instead of the Thunder King. The reason being is because I didn't want my Thunder King to get destroyed, and I knew that he was going to have this next turn and no way to stop the attack. So, and he already knew that I had no way to stop the attack because, wait, did he know? I'm not sure, but nonetheless, he went for it anyways, so it's not like it would have scared him by any means. So I set the Spy, hoping to, like, scare him off a little bit, but he ends up running over both of them, which is kind of unfortunate. He sets the Torrential, adds. So right now I know that he's kind of out of resources. So I go Thunder King, end up attacking it, so he goes off, but they need Burning Abyss monsters in order to stay on the field. I'm not sure if you recognize that. So the Phoenix Chain was an awesome draw because so right here he goes for the draw of supply unit, by the way. But the Phoenix Chain was an awesome draw because I knew I was going to be able to protect the Thunder King. So I stopped the Mech-Quipped attack. I draw into Necro Valley, which is even better. So I run over the Mech-Quip finally. He's still plussing off of the supply unit. This card is actually growing on me. Supply unit, when I first saw it, I wasn't a huge fan of it, but you can see that he's replenished his hand completely with it. So he ends up going the MST on the Necro Valley and then summons Raiden so he can Torrential. I thought this was a pretty good play on his part. He got rid of the Spy and the Thunder King. I he forced a pandemic. So I'm still able to keep Ophion, but he's able to plus off of the supply unit. MST is my other pandemic, so at this point he doesn't know that I don't have another pandemic, but realistically I only run 2 pandemics in this deck, so he kind of knew. So right here he breakthroughs my Ophion to be able to special trag just to get some field presence, I'm assuming. He goes breakthrough on the Ophion so he can drop BLS, but I have that bottomless. So that tells me he did not read the bottomless earlier, or he forgot about it. So right here, although Torrential was out, I didn't want to commit too much to the field. I didn't want to be greedy. I just wanted to attack with Ophion. But, right now I drew the Necro Valley pretty much. And then so I realized the torrential's gone, so I couldn't really think of anything that he could do to stop me from winning this turn, and he ends up scooping it up right there. So yeah, you guys, I thought this was a pretty good video for you guys, showing off Necroswarm's ability. I hope you enjoyed. This is a deck that I really enjoy. I think it has a lot of potential, and you'll probably be seeing a couple more duel videos with it coming up soon. Also, if you guys want to see a deck profile on it, feel free to put it in the comments below, like the video, show me that you like this deck, and I'll get that for you. All right, guys, thanks for watching. DFishFan, laters.